Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are going to be planning out the week of February 27th through to March 5th, and we are using this gorgeous kit from Lina Designs. I saw this kit so long ago, I knew that I wanted it, and when it came it was even prettier in person than I ever imagined that it could be. It is so stunning. I'm looking at it now while I'm doing the voiceover, and I love it. To me, it channels very autumnal vibes. There's like the perfect shades of like olive green, mustard yellow. There's that kind of hint of pink to brighten things up a little bit. But it also gives me somewhat of an antique vibe as well. And when I used this kit, I did actually buy 2 different foil bundles for this kit. So it was the same pattern, but I got it in like an olive color and in like a hot gold color. And I cannot tell you how long I debated on what foil I should use. I think I reached out to people on Instagram, I messaged my friends, and I was just like, what foil bundle should I use? Spoiler alert, I did end up using gold. I just felt like in the moment that using the olive would have been too much. But I don't know. I'm now worried because I'm kind of thinking like I've got this olive colored foil bundle, and because I had bought it specifically for this kit, I don't know if or when I'll ever use that foil bundle now. So I'm kind of like, Whereas at least with a gold foil bundle, I'm more inclined to use that with any other kit. Like, it's a floral gold foil bundle. Like, I can make that work. So we're going to have to see what happens. But I do really love how this spread turned out. I'm still trying to get used to the busy underlays. I know that it's like all the rage at the moment. I know that all of the planner girls and all of the planner people are using the like busy, patterned, themed, underlaid bougie boxes, or whatever you want to call them. Where I've been very much stuck to just using like a standard confetti. So going from that to the underlays you'll see in just a minute takes a lot of adjusting. Like, again, really love how the spread turned out. I think it's really cute, but it's weird to see like so much busyness like in the small little gaps of my spread. So we'll see what happens there. I really love in the top left hand corner where I do my little like layering like monthly situation. I do really love the layering that I have going on. I think it looks really cute. I pulled in like an old circular doily functional item that I had from Celebo Sticker Co. And I think that because of the antique vibes of this kit, I think it works really well. But yeah, like I've said it 3,000 times. I'll say it another 10,000 times. I'll say it consistently forever, that I just love this spread. And then, as I mentioned, here you'll see I'm laying down those underlays now. As you can see, they're not like, when I say busy, they're not busy as in like too much or over the top or overwhelming, but they're busy compared to what I'm used to. In terms of what happened in this week, I don't really know if anything exciting happened. I did use an extender. I'm just looking here now. So this was the week that I was actually sick. I ended up, I think it was food poisoning. I still don't actually know to this date. Like, I don't know. But I had like I go into work every Wednesday usually. That's since changed, but usually my team goes into work on a Wednesday, and this was kind of when I'd started trying to eat a little bit better. And on Tuesday night, I was sitting on the couch. I knew that I wanted to go to bed a little bit earlier than usual so that I felt rested for the work day, because obviously with all the people, all the energy, all the bright lights, I find that I usually get a headache during an office day. So I wanted to give my body the best possible chance of not having that happen. So I went to bed early. But right before I went to bed, I remember saying to my husband that like my belly felt a little bit off. And it ended up being that the very minute I got upstairs, like I literally got off the couch, said goodnight to my husband, walked up the stairs, walked into the bathroom, because my usual routine is like I go to the bathroom, I have my shower, I go to bed. I walked into the bathroom to go to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden I was just overcome with sickness, and I was sick everywhere, and it was gross. And it, like, usually once you've been sick, you can go to bed and you're all good. So I'd thrown up, I felt okay, I had my shower, I went to bed, and I think something like an hour and a half later, I got up again, needing to throw up again. So I did. And that continued to happen like every couple of hours into the morning until about 5:30 in the morning, I think it was. And I usually get up at about 6:30 to go to work. So I think it was roughly 3:30 in the morning, I was sitting there texting my manager saying, look, I can't come in today. Like, I've been sick all night. I've had no sleep. I can't do it. She is really great, so that was perfectly fine. But it was the worst thing. And the only thing that we can put it down to is that I had a tuna toasty for lunch. And that was the only thing that my husband, like, that I had that was different to my husband. Like, we had the same dinner and all of that. So he was like, it was probably that. And when I say that I think it was food poisoning, it's because I don't know what else it would have been. I don't know why else I would have been throwing up for all hours of the morning. But then it also stopped. Like, when I threw up at like 5:30 in the morning, that was like the end of it. And then I went to sleep after I'd messaged my manager, and I woke up at like 10:30. So I don't know what the deal was. We're just assuming that that's what it was. So that was fantastic. I had Wednesday off because of that. And that was kind of like the event of this week. And just having a look, I don't think anything else much happened. Pretty normal week in terms of everything else. So let's go ahead and get started talking through the week. So in my sidebar, I did use a toolbox this week, so I was only able to mark in my socials. So I've got my Insta and YouTube follows on the side there. I am still very much on the push to 500 follows. I would love 500 follows by the end of the year. Originally, when I started this year, I was like, my goal was going to be 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But I think that might be a little bit too much to ask, particularly when I've been super inconsistent. So I'm kind of like, that's in the back of my mind. But if I could even reach 500 by the end of the year, like, that would be amazing. So if you haven't already and you enjoy the content so far, then definitely consider a like and subscribe, because I would really, really appreciate it. And if you make planner videos yourself, definitely let me know, because I'm in a big planner binge moment at the moment, and I feel like I'm running out of people to watch, so it's always good to have new people to subscribe to. That was a bit of a digression. Anyway, Monday. So Monday, we have Coffee Monday up the top there, per usual, trying to get rid of those scripts. I'm wondering how long it's going to be until I stop marking Coffee Monday, so we'll see. Time will tell. Per usual, I do mark my work schedule. So for this particular week, I did just get a little thin piece of washi and then use the foiled work script from the kit to mark that. And then I've marked that I was feeling super tired this day. I mean, what else is new? But I think that on top of, like, so I'd had a busy couple of work weeks. I'd had to buy a new car. My computer had broken. I think all of the stress, then the food poisoning, like, this was just a big week. I've then got a box there, but I haven't filled it in, so I don't know what that's about. But I also marked doing some cleaning, and then I marked that my husband and I had a Porto that evening. For anyone who does not know, a Porto is a Portuguese chicken place, and they do like grilled chicken, they do marinated chicken, they do like crumb chicken, they do salads, grilled corn, things like that. So really, really good. And then that night I watched Married at First Sight and Big Miracles. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but Big Miracles is a show based around people who are undergoing IVF and like following them along on their journeys, the good, bad, and the ugly. And I found it really, really interesting. It didn't go for too long, and I'm hoping that they continue it, but I was really, really enjoying watching that. Tuesday, I have marked work, and then I marked that it was a busy day at work. When I do that, that just means that like, it's extra emphasis on how busy a day it was. Although I feel like looking back to February and March, it's nothing compared to how busy I am now in May. So whatever, Melissa. I then marked doing some laundry, and then I did have some Twitch ASMR time. Basically, ASMR is what chills and calms my mind when I'm a little bit tense. So I listened to some ASMR that evening. And then I marked having a cup of coffee, having a bit of a YouTube binge, and then when I was done with YouTube content and I was all up to date, I watched my friend's Twitch stream. Moving on to Wednesday, that is when I threw up all night and into the morning. So I did mark that I had a day off and that I was sick all night into the morning. I then marked that I watched In My Dreams, which I think is on Netflix. Don't remember what that was, but yeah, probably sad. I feel like I either watch like rom-coms or like super sad, deep and meaningful movies when I'm at home by myself. So it was probably one of those. I did mark that we transitioned into autumn this day, which I think looks super, super cute. And then again, I did have a little bit of a YouTube binge, and then I had a nap in the afternoon to try and get some more rest, because even though I had slept from 5:30 to 10:30 that morning, because I'd been up and down all night being sick, I just felt exhausted and I knew that my body needed to rest. And then when I woke up, I watched another movie on Netflix. So I watched My Place or Yours. Again, don't really remember what it was. I probably would if I like Googled and looked up a picture of like the cover art of the trailer. But at a glance, just looking at it in here, no idea. Again, probably a rom-com or a sad drama type movie. And then again, because I was so unwell, because I hadn't had much sleep, I did actually mark that I went to bed early that night. By early, I probably mean like 9:30, 10 o'clock, although by the time I actually get to sleep, it's probably closer to like 11:30. And usually when I go to bed early, because I'm unwell, my husband kind of comes to bed that little bit later just to give me time to actually fall asleep, because once he's in bed, he starts snoring and then I can't sleep. So that's always fun. And then I did mark that I had a video go live, or that I uploaded a video that night to YouTube. Also, I don't know what I'm doing on the screen here, but I have talked all the way up until Wednesday and I have not actually put anything down on the paper. So we may be about to miss like a whole chunk of footage or something. I don't know, because I'm looking at my voiceover and I'm like 12 and a half minutes into a 17-minute video, and I don't know what's going on. But it did take me some time to kind of figure out the layout for this spread because of the different sizes of boxes. And yeah, there we go. So all of Monday's done. I'm probably going to do the same thing with Tuesday and Wednesday. Who knows? But we'll get there eventually. I also know at the end of this video, for some reason, I didn't mark like the after the pen, so you won't actually see any of the plans entered. I feel like my entire year so far of Plan With Me's that I've posted, and some of the ones that are about to be posted, I like miss footage. I've cut things out. Like it's a hot mess. So you're going to have to bear with me, but I would jump back on the planner expert train at some point. Maybe. Anyway, let's go ahead to Thursday, because we're going to catch up real soon and run out of time. So on Thursday, I was back at work. I felt well enough to like log into work for the day, because I do work from home. And then worst case, I know that if I needed to log out, I could just tell my manager and she'd let me go. So that's fine. My husband was off work this day because our guinea pig was sick. He was making some weird and unusual noises. And I was the one who's rushed like our guinea pigs around for the last couple of appointments when they've been unwell or I've been worried about them. So my husband decided to step up and he took the day off work and took the guinea pig to the vet. He was okay. He just got some antibiotics. They do get respiratory infections really easily. So we think that's what it was. But naturally, after my husband having the day off work, the next thing that I did mark is that my guinea pig went to the vet. When I got off work, I did sign up to something called the PCS project through my dietitian, which is basically a tailored program to people who have polycystic ovaries, and helping them to like manage their symptoms and like lead a better life essentially. And then that evening, I did a bit of a Married at First Sight catch up because I'd missed some episodes the previous 2 nights, or the previous night because I was sick at least. And then that night is also the night that football returned to TV, so I marked that as well. Friday, I marked having a day off. This was a pre-scheduled day off, so I'd scheduled this day off like a long, long time ago. So I kind of looked sus because I had 2 days off this week, but 'tis what it is. I did mark that I went to the shops and did a little mini grocery run this day, and then I did mark finishing You Season 1, but not actual Season 1. No, I think part 1 of the newest season. I don't know, because I watched You, like the original one, when it came out, so that must be what I meant. I then marked that I had some laundry to do, and then again I watched my friends stream on Twitch, and then that evening when my husband got home, we obviously had dinner, don't know what it was, and we watched Creed 2. On Saturday, I marked that I got up and I went to the local service centre so that I could hand in my number plates for my old car, because I need to get that like picked up and removed because it's no longer running. Naturally, in May, it's still out the front, so that went well. I then marked that we had some lunch at the shops and did some groceries. I got a coffee on the way home. We watched some more Supernatural, and then my team played the Sharks that night, and we won 27 points to 18. And then on Sunday, I've marked that I had a super chill morning, that I filmed my February kit lineup back in March and only just posted it on my channel now in May. Yay. I then filmed a plan with me video as well, and then once I got done with that, I marked that I just sat downstairs and relaxed, which generally means sitting on the couch with my husband and my dogs. I marked having a cup of coffee, again, something that I do when I chill on the couch, and then I did mark that I uploaded that evening as well. And that is it for this video. I will see you all very soon for another one. Bye!